All right, let's dive right in. You're amazing at what you do, right? An absolute pro, dedicated to your craft. But then there's marketing. Does it feel like you're suddenly supposed to wear this other hat that just doesn't quite fit? Well, today we're going to demystify all of that with a simple, powerful blueprint made for busy local business owners just like you. So let's get into it.
Yeah, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You've spent years, maybe even decades, mastering your profession. And now, out of nowhere, you're also expected to be a marketing genius? The pressure is always on to bring in new clients. But let's be real, who has the time to figure out the crazy world of digital marketing?
And that's the first thing I want you to hear. If you're feeling this way, you are not alone, not by a long shot. But here's the good news. Marketing doesn't have to be this huge source of stress. In fact, with a clear strategic plan, it can actually become a predictable and really powerful engine for your growth. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle the marketing dilemma every local business is up against. Then, we'll build your foundational blueprint piece by piece. After that, we'll get into the key digital channels, figure out how to measure what actually matters, and finally, we'll look at what this path to success looks like in the real world. All right, section 1. Let's start with the big why. Because honestly, in today's world, if your business isn't visible online, it's pretty much invisible everywhere. The stakes have never been higher. Just picture this for a second. Someone in your neighborhood has an emergency. A pipe just burst in their basement, or maybe they chipped a tooth right before a big event. What's the very first thing they do? They pull out their phone and they Google emergency plumber near me or emergency dentist. If you don't pop up in those first few results, poof, to that person in that moment, your business doesn't even exist. That's the dilemma. So how do we fix that? How do we make sure you do show up? Well, it all starts with a solid plan. I want you to think of this blueprint as a kind of treatment plan, but for the health of your business. It's a structured, logical way to get from where you are right now to where you really want to be. Now, this foundation stands on 3 really crucial pillars. First, we have to set clear objectives. What are we actually trying to achieve? Second, you have to deeply understand your ideal customer. And third, you've got to analyze your local competition to find where you can shine. Okay, this part is so important. We need to ditch vague goals like get more customers. They're impossible to track. Instead, we use SMART objectives. So a great goal isn't just get more clients. It's increase new client appointments by 20% over the next 3 months. See the difference? It's specific, you can measure it, and it has a deadline. Total game changer. Next up, you just can't market effectively to everyone. It doesn't work. For your message to really land, you've got to know who you're talking to. Are you trying to reach young families who need flexible scheduling, or maybe busy professionals who value speed and efficiency? Knowing this helps you pick the right words and even the right social media platforms to meet them where they already are. And finally, for our foundation, you need to know what the other local businesses in your space are up to. Now listen, this is not about copying them, it's about being smart. Take a look at their website, see where they show up on Google, check out their social media. You're basically looking for gaps, for opportunities where you can do something way better and really stand out. So, once you have that solid foundation, it's go time. This is where we put the plan into action, and we get to choose the right tools to actually execute your strategy and reach your people. Think of these as the absolute essentials in your digital marketing toolkit. Your website, that's your digital front door. Valuable content like blogs or videos, that's how you build trust and show you know your stuff. Social media creates a community, email marketing nurtures relationships, and those online ads, they put you right in front of people who are actively looking for you. You've probably heard this term thrown around, SEO. All it means is making your website more attractive to search engines like Google. It's how you show up higher in the search results so you can attract customers organically, without having to pay for every single click. This is your long-term strategy for sustainable growth. And on the other side of that coin, you've got PPC or pay-per-click. This is the fast track. This is where you pay to play. With something like Google Ads, you can put your business at the very top of the search results for those critical keywords like emergency service in my city. It's the fastest way to get visible to people who need you right now. But here's something you have to remember. Marketing is absolutely not a set it and forget it activity. You can't just flip a switch and walk away. The real magic, the real growth, happens when you start tracking your results and making smart adjustments. Think of it like a continuous loop of improvement. You launch a campaign and you use a free tool like Google Analytics to track what happens. You look at the key numbers. How many people are visiting your website? How many are actually booking an appointment? And then, based on that data, you adjust your strategy. If one blog post is getting a ton of traffic, hey, maybe write more like that one. It's all about learning and optimizing as you go. So, theory is great, but what does all of this actually look like when you put it together? Let's look at a quick case study to see how this blueprint creates some serious real-world growth. So, meet Dr. Patel. He's a fantastic family dentist, but he was feeling a little stuck trying to grow his clinic. So, he implemented this exact blueprint we've been talking about. He set clear, smart goals, identified his ideal patients as young families, and focused all his efforts there. And the results? Well, in just 3 months, Dr. Patel saw a 30% increase in new patient appointments. I mean, that's a huge win. But believe it or not, that was just the beginning. At the same time, his online presence just exploded. His website traffic surged by an incredible 50%, building that powerful growth engine that's going to keep fueling his practice for years to come. So what was Dr. Patel's secret? It wasn't some crazy, complicated, expensive marketing scheme. Nope. His success came from a clear plan that he executed with consistency. It's proof that small, steady actions over time can lead to massive results. So let's bring it all home. You are the expert in your field. You don't need to quit your day job to become a world-class marketer. You just need a clear, actionable plan and the consistency to see it through. This blueprint gives you that exact framework. And that brings me to my final and most important question. Forget about the 10 or 20 things you could do, because that's just overwhelming. Based on everything we've talked about, what is the one simple marketing step you can commit to taking this week? Whether that's writing down one SMART goal or just analyzing one competitor's website, that first small step is your real path to success.